Afternoon on a Saturday afternoon. It's the 12th of August. Just going to adjust the volume slightly because you do not want to miss what I've got to tell you right now. In fact, you never want to miss what I've got to tell you because what I'm likely to tell you is another winner. In fact, another two big winners, both 16 to 1. All right. So I want you to listen very carefully indeed. This is a message concerning Sunday's racing at the Curragh on a horse I've got no reservations whatsoever. Is going to run a huge race, and I think it could possibly do the business. And when I say that, they generally do, as you well know. 16 to 1, this horse I'm going to give you free of charge in just one moment, which runs, as I say, at the Curragh, and I think it could well do the business. And once again, it's a horse with not much form to recommend it on paper, but that, as you well know, if you've been following me, meaningless is meaningless and means nothing whatsoever. Because if you'd have called in yesterday, like nearly 2,500 people did, and a lot of those people emailed into my office and to me personally to thank me so much for producing a 180 to 1 maximum Irish bet double on two absolute gambles. Sarah Bearer was back from 11 to 1, 10 to 1, 8 to 1, 6 to 1, all rates down to 7 to 2 and won by 5 lengths on the bridle. Absolutely bolted in. That was at 6:05 at Wexford, and then about an hour and a half later at 7:50, an even bigger gambles landed. But I told you about Tony Martin, one of the biggest jobmen in the business, and he trained a horse called Royal Juniper. I told you all about it. It was back from 18 to 1, 16 to 1, 14 to 1, all rates down to 15 to 2. I had a massive touch at Cheltenham with one of Tony Martin's horses, which landed a big handicap. And I can tell you that was a 12 to 1 maximum. And this was even bigger, which won yesterday, because we had the old daily double there, the old daily double, 10 to 1 and 18 to 1. And the bookies were defenceless. And apparently it took over £1 million out the ring. So we really did tan their hides, took the trousers down and gave them a good spanking. A real super day's racing. And that followed, of course, the biggest bet of the year, which was on Friday. I'll come to tomorrow's bet in one moment. This big plot horse at the Curragh, and something else, which if you miss it, you're going to miss out on a possible jackpot, 300 to 1 double on a horse I think's the biggest bet I've had, not just all year, but in the last 2 years, right? And I've backed an untold amount of winners. You don't need me to tell you what's been going on this line. On Monday, a 33 to 1 double was landed on two wonderful each way bets, 20 to 1 and 25 to 1. Bet 365 paid out on both each way. Job done. And then, of course, on Thursday, I get the biggest bet of the year at 20 to 1 each way, second in a photograph finish up there at Chepstow, or across there at Chepstow. That was a horse called Liangxieu. Well, that followed up another horse called Nordic Passage, which landed a 20 to 1 each way double, getting beat by a nose at each way at 12 to 1. So we come second, and we hit the crossbar with 4 bets, 20 to 1, 25 to 1, 20 to 1, 12 to 1. All places, all paid out, 33 to 1 and 20 to 1. But yesterday, there was no crossbar. It was taken out the game, the crossbar. The goal was as wide as you could get, and I didn't miss the target. 18 to 1 into 15 to 2 and 10 to 1 into 7 to 2. One of the biggest betting days you've ever had, and probably may ever had. Well, that's not going to be quite right, because I think tomorrow is going to be even bigger. How about that? That is quite special, isn't it? Well, I want you to listen very carefully to me, because 2,500 people are tuning in now. This line is trending big time, not surprisingly, with all the winners, including I'll Laugh If I Want, which won 18 to 1 into 7 to 1 last week. The one thing it's got in common with all those horses I've told you about, they're all from Ireland. They're all from the Emerald Island. You probably know that already, because if you've been witnessing what I've been doing for the last 3 years on YouTube, you'll know that I tip more big price Irish winners than anybody breathing. And it doesn't matter if they're off the TV, media, it doesn't matter if they're off YouTube, TikTok, all these other things. It's meaningless. What matters is I've got the winners. You know that. I know that. Now the question is, do the bookies know it? Well, they're beginning to learn, aren't they? They're beginning to learn. It cost them about £1 million yesterday, all in all. I had a lovely old lady, bless her. Not that old. Well, I'm old, aren't I? But how old doesn't matter. She trusts me, and she did right. Just for £2.50 each way, she got herself £800. Another guy paid for a big holiday in Egypt. Yeah, he did. I think he could nearly buy one of the pyramids. He had a right touch. He had a big chunk on those 2 bets. And I know a lot of other people did as well, because I got streams of emails to me, and it's music to my heart, music to my ear, but it ain't going to stop, because my job is to keep winning and winning and winning. So I'm going to turn the pressure cooker. My mother used to have one of them, makes that noise. I'm going to turn it full on for Sunday's racing. So it's not a day of rest, not for me, and it ain't for you either if you want to win some big cash. I'm going to give you a 16 to 1 chance at the Curragh in a moment. But what I've also got, and I'm going to tell you all about this one now, is a very, very special bet. Bets that I'm not going to release on this channel, because there are 2,500 people trending, soon be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. A lot of these people on this line, and it probably isn't you, so don't take offence, are tourists. They're called tourists. They come and go, and they're just watching and having a look, clicking away, watching it. But I'm not talking to the tourists. I'm not talking to those. I'm talking to people who want to win some big money, like the people who've been emailing, like the people who want money to pay the gas bills, the electric bills, the energy bills, who want to treat their family to a holiday. I'm looking for people who want to better their lifestyles. I'm not looking for people who just want to look at you and think, I hope they lose. I hope they lose. Well, that's not going to happen. So you may as well click away now, because we are not losing, and we're not going to lose. What is going to happen, we're going to keep winning more and more and more and more until I decide I don't want to come on here no more. But at the moment, I do want to come on here, and that's why I came on here 11 days ago, and since then there's been record-breaking profits, including yesterday, well, a huge double, 180 to 1. You know, it's all transparent. It's not made up. It's not Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. It's real. It's all real. It's real, and it's really in people's betting banks and in their banks. After yesterday, it wasn't. So what we're doing, we're transferring wealth from the bookmakers to the punters. And I've got another transferring wealth bet for you tomorrow, which I'm going to tell you how you can get on it. I'm going to call it an emerald bet, because they're always in Ireland, these bets. And some of them, and a lot of them, I put on this channel. And you've just seen you're witnessing liquid gold, really, aren't you? You are witnessing liquid gold. Nobody can give you these bets. Nobody. And let's be fair here. I am giving you these bets. Right? You've not been paying me a penny piece for them. Tomorrow, we go into action. If you want the biggest bet I've had in 2 years, bigger than the one on Thursday, 20 to 1 each way, bigger than Royal Juniper, 18 to 1 yesterday, and it's bigger than Sarah Bearer. That's saying something, isn't it? You're playing with the bookies' money. If you want my biggest bet in 2 years, dual years, it runs at the Curragh tomorrow. I've got one I'm going to give you free, so don't click off, because I'm going to give it you free. So if you don't have this other one, I think you'll be sorry, because come Monday, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to that horse, and I think we'll be singing and dancing to the payout counter. But if you do want it, it's all about it down below, how you can get it. We're going to have a private deal. It's an emerald bet, it's a maximum bet, and it's a green for go bet. A green for go emerald bet, right, between me and you. It's not between the tourists, it's not between YouTube. We're going off kilter with this, we're going off radar, we're going under the radar, we're going all around the houses. But we're going to clean them bookies out big time. I've got a horse running tomorrow at the Curragh. Later on at the Curragh, in a big handicap, it'll be 16 to 1, probably 20 to 1. And I've got to be honest with you, I really am going to hammer it. I'm going to really give it the old 1-2 and 3-4. I'm backing these horses as well. Don't you worry about that. Why wouldn't I back them? It'd be stupid not to, wouldn't it? So I'm coming on, including you, in what I'm up to. And what I'm up to is winning you as much as possible and winning me as much as possible. Well, there are some bets I'm not going to put on this channel, and these are emerald green for go bets, and there is one tomorrow. And if you want it, it's all about it, how you get it. It's £10 of the realm, £10. It's as simple as that. It's not 20, not 30, not 60. You can't buy it by subscription. I'm not charging 300 quid a year. It's a pay-as-you-go situation. This is a very special bet on a very special horse on a special day Sunday. But we're going for the gold. We're going for a big touch at the Curragh, one of my happiest of hunting grounds. I'm going to give you another horse free of charge, which I also think's got an amazing chance. Obviously, it won't be on here. So as good as the ones I've been giving you, obviously. Got my reputation, I've got my record, got my statistics to keep up. So I'm going to give you a free bet now. But listen to me very carefully. If you want the very, very best things in life, you have to pay for them. And if you want the very best things in life in horse racing tipping services, it's harder to find that than, well, rocking horse so-and-so. It really is, because there's a lot of chances out there, a lot of guessers, a lot of Mickey Mouse people. I'm proving to you what this is all about. Proving to you day after day after day. Huge prize winners. I'm not here to sell to you. I'm here to tell you and show you. And I've shown you enough for now that I know you want more, right? Well, I'm going to give you one more free of charge out of the goodness of my heart. But I'm also going to tell you my strongest bet of the day tomorrow is my strongest bet in 2 years is £10. And if you want it, you pay the account listed below. It's to me directly. It's not to PayPal. There's no PayPal. We're not going on any third parties. You're dealing with me one-to-one. It's as simple as that. Once you pay, you need to email the email which is below, which is petersracingtips@gmail.com with the code word, which is Emerald. And then you'll automatically be sent a bounce back with the name of the horse, which runs at Curragh later on Sunday. But you will get it today and you'll be able to get on. Remember, these horses are being very well backed, obviously, 10 to 1 to 7 to 2 and 18 to 1 to 15 to 2. You've got to remember the bookmakers are running scared. So I'm taking him off radar. We're going off kilter. We're going to the top of the hit parade here where they're not around. We're going secret gambling. And it's a tenner, that's it. I'm not going 20, 30, 40, I'm not charging you 50. I don't need to put money on for me. It's just simple, cock and end, 10. That's it, 10. And if you haven't won a tenner by now, what you been doing? What you been doing? Playing with pennies? No, you have won. You have won. But if you want to win serious bucks, you've got to invest in yourself. You have. You've got to invest in yourself and you've got to make the judgments. You have to make the wise decisions in life. Do you want to win more? Or do you want to stick? Do you want to stick on 17 at blackjack? Do you? No. No, of course you don't. Because you know you're probably going to lose. So you've got to find someone who's going to look after you and you trust. And then you give them a drink after, don't you? Like a barman. You give them a drink. Thanks very much. That was lovely. Thanks very much. Tip the waiter. Thanks very much. Well, I don't want your tips. I don't. I want you to win. And I'm bringing this bet, the Emerald Green for Go bet. I'm bringing it off the channel to go one-to-one with people who want to win a lot of money. It's as simple as that. Some people will say, well, that's not fair. It is fair. And it's my rules or no rules, highway or byway. It's as simple as that. I'm going to give you a free bet in a minute. As I say, you'll have to hang on because if you want the biggest bet for 2 years, it's all how to do it. Read all about it. It's simple, very, very simple indeed. Pay me bank to bank, set it up. Don't worry about PayPal. I'm not messing around with them. Bank to bank, one-to-one we're dealing, no problem at all. And then you email the email which is below as well, which is petersracingtips@gmail.com with the code word Emerald, and you will get an email back to you post-haste, and we will be dealing one-to-one personally on the Emerald bets. And by golly, I can't remember the last horse in Ireland that I've tipped you not ran an absolute amazing race at double digits, Very rare, isn't it, to find one of mine that doesn't connect? But these are the strongest. I'm bringing the strongest bets offline for those people who want to clean up big time. So here's your chance. Here is your chance. Don't waste it. It's all about it below. It's an Emerald bet. It runs at Curragh tomorrow. If you put it in a double with the horse I'm going to give you now free, it comes to just under 300 to 1. A tenner double is 3,000. A 50 double is £15,000. You can't make that money. It's impossible. It can change your life. It can pay all your bills. It can sort your mortgage out. It can do everything for you. I can do that for you, but only if you invest in yourself. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you straight. I've come here to help you. I've been on 11 days and I've helped you an awful lot. And today I'm going to help you again by telling you to get on this Emerald bet and to also give you this bet I've got for you lined up at the meeting at the Curragh. So I'm going to give you the bet at the Curragh now. I'm not going to spend too much time about it. I've been on here a little while to tell you about something that is going to change your life if you believe. You have to believe, like the Guinness advert. You have to believe. If you're skeptical, nothing ever happens. I'll tell you what happens. You end up losing and then you say, I knew that was going to happen. Well, yeah, because you don't believe. So you better believe it. And if you haven't followed my horses yet, you are believing it. So here's your chance to believe some more. Buy that Emerald bet. Invest in yourself. Invest in your provider. Invest in your advisor. Moi. And don't be silly. Don't even think about it. Don't worry about experiences you've had with tipsters before. I know. You don't have to tell me. I've been around the block and back to front. So I know what's out there. Not a lot. But this is different. This is a chance. It's a big chance and you need to take it. So just look what it is below. It's £10. Pay the bank, set it up 1-to-1. Me and you and me, the Chuckle Brothers, and that's it. All you got to do then is send the email to petersracingtips@gmail.com and we'll do the rest. We'll send you the bet back post haste immediately and you'll be able to back it as soon as the odds come out tonight, and then bookmakers start panicking again. Let's panic them bookmakers, eh? Let's press a panic button into them. I can't stick bookmakers. They're absolute terrible people. They ban you for nothing. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to lose. They don't even want you to bet. Well, let's just take their money off them, eh? Let's take that corporate money off them, because they're not really bookmakers. They're just conglomerates. They're like a monster. Let's clean them monsters out. Let's feed them. Let's feed our banks their money. Number 18, it's called TikTok Time. It runs at the Curragh tomorrow. It's a free bet for you in a race which has got 25 runners going to post. The bookmakers pay first 5 or maybe first 6. TikTok Time. I like it very much indeed. I think it's got an amazing chance. I'm not going to go too far in it. All I can tell you, it ran a great race last time out, went 4th at Cork of 15, ridden by Luke McAteer, who rides it again tomorrow. She's a lovely filly. She's trained by a great trainer, David Marnane, and she's ready to strike. That's all I can tell you. I can tell you more, but I'm not going to. And why should I? I'm here to give you the winners, and I'll tell you more when I need to. But you know what's going on. We're backing winner after winner after winner. And all you've got to do is put it down, pick it up, and go and draw your money. TikTok Time is free. It's number 18. She's a lovely filly. She's ready to win, going back up in trip to 6 furlongs to 7 furlongs, and she'll be staying on at the end like a hot knife through butter, and I think she's got a great, I know she's got a great chance. She's in a 420 at the Curragh. She is TikTok Time, and bless her, I think she'll do the business. But bigger than that is the Emerald Green for Go bet, which runs also at the Curragh to land the double. Single on one, single on the other, boom, boom, bang, bang, the double. And this other one I've got is not going anywhere other than private 1-to-1 with Who Pays Me, the Cock and Hen Brown Note, £10. That's it for today. All you got to do now is invest in yourself, get your betting slips ready, get your online ticket ready. Wait for them bookmakers to price these bets up. Get on TikTok Toe, whatever it's called, TikTok Time, and then get this other bet, this Emerald Green for Go bet. And you are all set for one of the most exciting Sundays you've ever had in the betting calendar. I'll say well done. I'm back to you at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Sunday, with free action for Monday. We've got some terrific Irish action and Ballinrobe on Monday, Dundalk on Tuesday. As I've told you before, it's like finding money on the streets or having tomorrow's newspaper today. You know what's going to happen now. Go get them.